There we go.
Welcome.
We're here.
Welcome to the Marvelous Mind Show, everybody. Is my mic? Does it need to be up? There you go. There you go, NORBEEZ. Now I could hear the bass in my voice.
Hey,
I don't even have a deep voice.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, dang, I wish I had a deeper voice.
you actually have a very high pitch. Not high pitch, but
Like an alto.
yeah. Because you need very little gain for the mic to actually pick you up.
Do you think?
Whereas me, I need like way more gain for the mics to pick me up.
I think you should strap an amp to your back.
Because I have that Michael Jackson voice thing where I talk softly, but as soon as you hear me sing, you're gonna be like, "Whoa, where did that come from?"
That's why I say, "Hey, NORBEEZ," you say,
Hey.
All right, welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you guys being here tonight. Welcome to Marvelous Mondays.
Hey.
Men's Mental Health.
That's right.
I'm just kidding.
No, the last
should make it that.
few days. I think that
Hey, is this the last? This is the last Monday of the month. Or wait, am I right? Yeah.
You know what? Let me check out the calendar.
Yeah, it's the last Monday of the month because Thursday is the 4th, right? Are we? Or what's the date today?
Today's the 29th.
Yeah, the 29th.
The
Tomorrow's
29th.
Yeah. This is the last Monday of the month, homeboy.
It sure is, and we only got one more day for. Aside from today, we got one more day for men's mental health.
Yep. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Welcome in. Welcome in. I hope you guys had a beautiful weekend with your family and friends. There was a lot of earthquake. What am I saying? I'm thinking about Venezuela. But there was a lot of firework things going on this weekend, right? At the parks.
Oh yeah, because of the World Cup fan.
But just because they throw it like a weekend before the 4th of July, they have a fireworks show.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I don't even know if they're gonna have one this year.
Do you pop fireworks?
No.
Why not?
I've seen too many people pop their hands for me to like do it anymore. I used to long time ago, but I've seen all those videos on social media.
What are your favorite fireworks to get?
Huh?
What are your favorite fireworks to get?
I mean, now maybe those Roman candles.
Before, when you were younger.
I mean,
would you like the cakes or do you like M80s and stuff like that? Or?
Cakes.
Like cake, you look like you like cake. You look like you like it in your cakes. All right, welcome in, Mary. Welcome in.
That didn't land.
Welcome in, Mary Lou. I appreciate you being here. Let's see. Who we got? Henry. What is Henry saying right there?
Henry. Shout out to Henry. There's a Henry in there?
Yeah, you don't see. You gotta scroll down.
I seen Don Tomo. I see Balone. I see Sela.
Oh, I could see a Henry in there.
Where do you see a Henry? I see Tina Hernandez. We got Mary Helen. We got Carlos. We got Lisa Duran Carrillo. I don't see a Henry though. Where do you see a Henry?
There's a Henry right by Mary. Well, I don't know why I see it. I don't know how come you don't see it.
I see Mary Lou.
Anyway, shout out Focus LA. Appreciate you, Focus. Been a minute, homie. If you guys are looking for a photographer, hit up the homie Focus. He is a professional photographer.
What, he's in here?
Yeah. How come you can't see the chat that I can see, homie?
I don't know, bro. That's so weird.
Look it.
Oh wait, I think I know what it is. I think they're in the vertical format. There's actually 2 lives on YouTube right now.
Oh, there is?
Yes, there's the vertical one where it's probably just you in the center, and then there's the regular one.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm like, where the hell are they? I don't see them.
All right, shout out to Southtown. I appreciate you, homeboy. 805 Plumbing. Appreciate you too. Eileen Barajas. Shout out to Eileen Barajas. We got Pues in the chat. Focus LA. Oh, like I was saying, if you're looking for a professional photographer besides NORBEEZ, you could hit up the homie Focus. He does a lot of photography, professional, not some backyard dude that just takes pictures of people. But he does that. He's the one that went with us on the Peter Centinelo little mini documentary on Chicano gang life.
Okay, this is weird.
What happened?
There is 2 lives.
Really?
For on YouTube for here. There are 2 lives.
How was that?
I don't know. Like some of our people are on one and some of our people are on the other. That is wild.
I don't know how that happened.
I've never experienced that before.
All right, shout out Linda Lynn in the chat. Shout out to Linda Lynn. If you guys are into artwork, you guys might want to check her out on TikTok. Shout out to Linda Lynn. She is one of the best artists I know making beautiful beadwork. That's all I can say. I don't know. I still don't know how to say the kind of art that you do, but it's really nice.
JEDI.
Shout out to Billy Cruz Music. He says aloha's from Hawaii. That's right. Shout out to all the homies in Hawaii. Appreciate you guys tuning in. That's a place I've always wanted to go, man. Shout out Oni64. Appreciate you too. Pues. I already said Southtown.
Yeah.
Who am I missing, bro?
No cap. He says you're not down, but I said it.
No cap. That you're not down?
We got our token white guy truthers. Now, mind you guys, again, if you guys are seeing that you guys might be missing some of your fellow chatters here, for some reason, I don't know why YouTube is doing 2 lives. And some of you guys are in one live and some of you guys are in the other live.
Wow. But so when you stop it, are you gonna have 2 lives, or we're gonna have 2? How did you do that, Norbeez?
I don't know.
Dang.
That is a trip. I think one was supposed to be intended for
Tony's doing it. It's Tony doing it. All right, shout out to Sal. I appreciate you being here. Don Tomo, always a pleasure, homie. I said Mary Lou. Angel Dust, welcome in, homie. Yeah, what's up, homeboy? Appreciate you being here. Norbeez, you know how to pronounce his name, man. I always have a problem with it.
Yeah,
there you go. Yeah, but you got to pronounce it right, man. All right, shout out to the Jedi. I appreciate you too being here.
All right, I think I'm gonna have to try to see if I could take one out.
TV marijuana man, you're gonna kick people out of the other chat, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, anyways, let me see. Charlie, you've been cloned. Southtown says we've been cloned. Anyways, welcome in. If anybody, just want to put this out there, if anybody is having a barbecue for the 4th of July, I do not have no plans. And if you have an extra plate of asada, maybe some ribs, I'm not sure what you guys might be making, potato salad, you know, I will bring the beer. Let me know. Norbeez, what are you doing for the 4th of July?
I'm gonna stay with my dog and
really
play loud music.
You're boring, man. Why is everybody acting all old all of a sudden?
No, he gets freaked out from the other fireworks.
So what? He's a dog.
My dog.
Man, lock him in the room, homie. Buy him some. Let him use these earphones.
I'm used to him being home.
You need to get him out because he's not out there in the street. You need to bring him out.
Let him face his fears.
Yeah, face the fear. The fear. We got Risky Business, Smear Gang. Appreciate you being here in the chat. And Jedi, what's up, Jedi? Lawrence. Oh, we got Big Alligator. Alligators in the chat. It says, what's up, PC? I could just hear his voice right now. Hey, Marvelous. What's up, PC? I can hear him saying that. I don't think I sound like him, though. My bad. Come on, Norbeez, are we ready or what? Just leave it, bro.
We've been ready, bro.
Well, what are you doing over there? Texting Tony or what?
Oh, yeah. I wanted to update him on that you mentioned him again.
You be doing that, huh, fool?
No, I don't.
You do. You're a gossiper. All right, so what's up?
All right.
What do you want to talk about tonight?
Well, we're gonna read the community post questions, of course.
I want to talk about some mierda.
You sound like you're ready to go, but before you
we got some tea.
Not the tea.
We got some tea for everybody.
All right, again, everybody, thank you for participating in the community posts. I hope you guys all put it in there and not the other places.
What are you talking about? Shout out to Pelon and Medicine. I just seen you, homie. Welcome in.
All right, let's start off with as always, first come first serve, and shout out to J.A. Lennox with his first question, saying, "How's it going, fellas? Question for Marvelous: since the cross and the fake Jesus is not our culture, what can we put in our homes or walls to represent our faith culture? As the calendar, examples, please." Ooh, that's a good one.
Okay, so that is a very difficult question to answer.
It's not that difficult.
Well, it is in a sense, because if you're gonna dismiss Christianity, right, and Catholicism, that was literally forced on indigenous people. It was forced on indigenous people.
Yes.
Yeah. Then you would have to really do your homework on, was their gods being worshipped? And if so, how are you worshiping them? Did we say prayers like they say prayers? Did we bless our homes like they bless their homes? Catholics, did we pray to idols? You know? So you would really have to do your research. Me personally, just my opinion, and you guys are going to have your own theories and opinions and advice to give people. But I've studied energy. Dr. Emoto Emir, if you guys want to look up his videos, he back in the day he did have, oh shoot, they're calling me. he did have lectures online that you could watch and view how your energy can change a cell. So blessings and prayers and stuff, I know personally, words manifest change. So prayer is always going to be a go-to for me. So if you guys, I just don't use the names. I don't use the word Jesus. I don't use any of those or believe in any of those idols or the allegory, like the stories or the fables that are told about certain people in the Bible. But I do believe in the prayer. I know that prayer does work. There is a creator. There is a God, somebody that created, not somebody, but an energy that created this realm that we're in right now. So blessing your home literally is the way I've always said, open your doors. And the reason why I say that is because I've seen a lot of videos back in the day on and I hate to talk about this, but possession and an energy, whether it be a bad spirit or what you would consider a demonic spirit, will always run away from that good energy and run into another place. And the reason why I'm saying that is because a story happened with my grandmother where my aunt came to bless the house. She had just graduated. It was a Christian, oh, not a seminary. It was a Christian. It was something, but she studied demonic warfare, all kinds of stuff with Victory Outreach, right? And this was back in the day. And she came to bless the house one day, and my grandmother was in the shower, and it was just her and her husband. So they're going through the house, and they're opening the doors, and they're blessing all the door jambs and the windows, and they're opening the curtains and getting light in there. And my grandma was in the shower, and all of a sudden, my grandma ran out the shower, butt naked, homie, and started clawing at my aunt's face.
God damn.
Yeah, this is the grandma from Hollywood. And that was like a crazy story. So I feel the same way, about blessing your home. I think that everything should be open. I think that if you shouldn't do things, I don't believe in people that pray, like say on TikTok. I see a lot of people that are running these Christian channels and these Catholic channels, and they'll be, well, let me pray for you, and who needs prayer? And they're right there doing it on camera and shit like that. I don't believe in that. I don't think prayer is something to boast about, or that your prayer is going to work more than his prayer or whatever. I just believe in that energy of that prayer that's going to work for you. So I think if you're going to do it and do it the right way, do it in a humbling way, and pray for something that you need, But yeah, what do you think about that, Norbeez?
Honestly, I think if you like, I can send you a portrait of myself to hang up on the wall.
You're a blasphemous dude. All right, go ahead, Norbeez. What's the next one?
Let me know. DM me. All right. All right. Next up is gonna be Magic Wolf that says, "What do you think the Tower of Babel was? I think they were trying to build a portal to storm heaven, and today I think CERN is the same thing." Ooh, that's a good one.
The Tower of Babylon?
Yeah, well, CERN. I mean, the whole CERN. CERN always trying to open that portal.
Okay, but so CERN, would that literally be a tower?
No, I think CERN is another thing. I want to say that CERN is a organization with the intent of opening the prison that was used to imprison the angels.
Okay, so what do you think the Tower of or what the question is, bro?
As far as the tower, I don't think they're similar, but the Tower of Babel, for me, that was the purpose, right? To reach the heights of heaven, in a sense. I mean, is it
So do you take okay, look it. Do you take see this, and this is why I ask these questions. And you're the only one here for me to talk to, bro.
Yeah.
So that's why I ask you these questions. And my bad if they seem out of line or
No.
or you know what I mean? So the Tower of Babylon, you take it as a literal tower that was built?
Babel or Babylon?
It's the same thing.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So do you take it as a literal thing? Nimrod. Nimrod built the tower.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Do I take it as a literal thing? I mean, that's a tough one for me because for the most part, I do believe at one point there was one language, and then that went away.
So do you know why the Tower of Babylon was built?
From my understanding, it was to it may built a way to heaven.
Built a way to heaven.
Yes, that's what I recall.
No, but do you think that it was a real thing, like a real building, we'll say, a real ancient place that was built out of stone? Do you think that?
You know what? Now, back then, not so much, but now with well, for instance, for something that like, would you talk about as far as those stories being the stories that came from this land? And it reminds me of the some of the ruins over there in Peru, where they have giant megalithic stones that they look like they've been dropped sideways, like gigantic,
Right.
stones. And then some people that go and observe them believe that if you would put them on top of each other, it would be a very giant tower.
Okay. So again, getting to the question, bro, do you think it was a literal place, whether it be those stones put together? Do you think it was a literal thing?
I think it's possible that it could be a literal thing.
Okay, I don't.
Okay.
I don't think it's a literal thing. I think it's the bloodlines that come with the building of the Tower of Nimrod and how it would fall. How the Tower of Nimrod would fall. And these are bloodlines like the Persian Empire, the Roman Empire, all these empires that tried to reach the pinnacle of being godlike and wanting to be worshipped.
Oh, okay. All right.
So the Tower of Babylon, it is still, we're still in that time. And that's what I'm getting at, bro, is that we're not living in a time of future or futuristic things that's just ancient history, because it's not. We are living in a time where trends have taken over, but we're still in these ancient days and these ancient times. And the Tower of Nimrod that is represented by all these certain tribes, they're still living today, and they're still trying to reach that pinnacle where they're wanting to be worshipped. Okay.
Yeah.
God isn't strong enough to destroy this bloodline, and they will prevail, which is false.
Yes.
Idol worship, where you get into the worship of Saturn or the Kabbalah.
Yeah.
All these religions that have been man-made.
I can definitely see that now. The way you say it, the way you describe it, that's okay. I could accept that too. Because eventually those empires do fall.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, every empire.
Yeah. As soon as they hit the peak, they fall. But
you can go to the next one.
All right. Next question is gonna be from Risky Business. He says, "What's up, vatos? The USA will be celebrating 250 years of fill in the blank. Will you guys be celebrating?"
Go ahead. We'll fill in the blank, NORBEEZ.
Colonization, genocide.
I think it's been more than 250 years.
No, it's 250.
Is it?
No, you know what? No.
It's been more than 250 years.
Yeah, it's been more than 250 years. It's been.
So you're talking about independence?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So did you ever celebrate all that stuff?
Yeah.
As a form of that you were independent?
Yeah.
And what did you think that you were independent from?
The British king.
But the British live amongst you.
Well, wait, what?
Exactly.
534 years. Been 534 years.
Okay.
Since they've been here.
So back to the question, did you ever feel that you were really independent?
The way we were brainwashed as kids, yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Did you ever say the Pledge of Allegiance in school?
Yes.
Yeah. And you believed in the freedom of this country and that American flag, and that we're fighting a legitimate fight with other countries.
Yep. Well, not with other countries, but I mean the whole point was that we we as a country freed ourselves from the tyranny of the British monarchy.
Freed ourselves. And that's a good manipulation.
That was a good manipulation.
Yeah.
They got it good with that one.
Because when you find out about Washington, D.C., find out about your birth certificate and the banking system, corporate, why you're called a corpse, pass on, then it's like you went from one slavery to another slavery and they just traded you.
Or you went from one monarchy to another. I mean, they don't call it a monarchy anymore, but it's definitely a monarchy now. There's only a certain amount of it. Only certain people get to make it to the top.
And it's crazy, you know. And you guys tell me in the chat if you guys ever this is a question for this. I'm gonna ask a question to the chat right now. You guys have been right here for a minute. For those that have been rocking with this channel for a couple of years now, or I don't know how long we've been on, bro, or since you've seen me online, right? And getting into depth about everything that we talk about with the etymology of and definitions of words, with different wars that have gone on, with the whole Roman Empire thing, with the stuff that they worship, with conspiracies, so on and so forth. When you guys are out in public, you guys are shopping at Best Buy, you're at Ross, Walmart, wherever you're at Ralph's, wherever you're at, you ever trip out and wonder if any of the people around you know what you know now? Like, do you ever think that when you're in the mall or whatever, there's so many people that are just distracted by everything life that's going on right now and everything that's been made to distract you. And they're just walking around with not a care in the world. They don't know anything about what you know, has been brought to light with you now. They don't know about etymology. And they don't care to know, you know? So it's just a question. I was just wondering if you guys ever think about that, you know, because sometimes I'll be places and I'll run into people and they'll be like, "Hey, Marvelous, man, I watched your show, or I seen this interview that you did, and man, homie, I never thought about things like that, and I looked up what you were talking about, and I found this out, and I found that out." And we'll be in the middle of a store. We could be in the middle of Target, and we're having this deep intellectual conversation, and I'll be like, "Yeah, homie, you know, like, I'm on, but trip out. We're right here having this conversation, but look at everybody in this store right now, everybody in Target right now, and everybody's shopping, laughing, goofing around, buying stuff that they don't need, paying high taxes on the things that they're buying, and nobody knows what you know, homie. People don't know what you know."
Oh.
You know, imagine how sad that is, you know, for people just to be walking around blindfolded all day, you know, not knowing who they are as a people, and just believing everything that your free country, supposedly your independence shows you, you know, and you're just right there eating it up. And then your kids, the same thing, you know, the same school system, the same occupation, you know, paying the same mortgage, paying the same rent, you know, never learning nothing about your culture.
More taxes,
another senator or another governor promising this and that. These laws are going to change. And this, if you vote me into the office, I swear I'm going to change. I'm for the Mexicanos. You know, I'm for La Raza. You know, and they're right here just feeding you. And you're right there just eating it up. Generation after generation. And then you get diabetes. Some of you get cancer. Some of you aren't here no more. And the cycle just keeps continuing, and it just keeps continuing. While they're traveling, they're in their yachts, their Lamborghinis, their houses. "Oh yeah, we stayed in the townhouse this weekend. Oh, I have a couple of places that I own over here. Me and the wife, you know what I mean?" And you are just like, "Babe, we got to save up because I want to take this trip." Like, everything's about saving for us, And this is supposed to be our land. This is supposed to be our land. What happened to our food? Imagine, picture this, everybody. Sorry if I'm going off on this long rant. But imagine if you had a time machine. Imagine if you had a time machine and you went back in time to the 13th century, right? You could get whoever you wanted, Maya, Inca, Mexica, whoever. And you took 5 people, 5 indigenous warriors from each tribe, and you brought them to today, and you showed them the land. You showed them carrots. Hey, look at the carrots. This is our, they're going to look at you. What the heck is that? What is that? You show them the corn. Be like, that's not corn. You're going to show them that they're going to look at you. Where's all the farmland? How do you live? Oh, we go to the market. We buy it. It's already made for us. They're going to be like, oh my God. Where's your crops? Where's your cattle? Where's your, how do you guys, you don't hunt? No? It's prepared for you already? You go to a restaurant and you order and you have to pay? What? Does your son know? Oh, your son goes to go buy stuff too? What is this? It's a bag of hot Cheetos? What's in it? Like, what's it made out of? You know what I mean? They're going to have so many questions. It's going to be crazy. It will be so crazy. Like to picture I just feel as a people, they would be so sad. So sad, everything. These are your women? What is this? This is TikTok? This is Instagram? Well, how come why they're all naked? How come their bodies look like that? That's not normal. And they'll be just, I could only imagine the things like a sholo. This is a sholo? This isn't a sholo? Let me show you a sholo. You know, let me show you. Oh, let me see your tattoos. What does that mean? What is that? You're not supposed to have this. You're not supposed to what does this mean? That's not what it means. They'll be schooling us left and right, and it'll be so sad. It will be so sad to picture that. I don't know if you guys ever think about that. If you guys ever what do you think, NORBEEZ?
I mean, that's a trip, bro. I mean, that, you know, talking about your vision that you just described right now.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're definitely gonna be freaked out because it's gonna be weird for them. I mean, aside from the clothing, the food, the buildings. I mean, for instance, like, and that's the one thing, you know. And going back to the Tower of Babel, I mean, when you think about it, you know, this is the city of angels, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have all these skyscrapers over here all over, you know, our own Tower of Babel's here where, you know, it doesn't really make sense. That's one thing that they'll probably like, why is it so tall? Because that thing goes down, all of you guys are going to go with it. Because there was never a pyramid that was built that tall, long.
Imagine though, but imagine, and this is not on no hateful stuff either. This is not like me just hating on everybody. But sometimes I'll be driving, you know, downtown, and I look at these, and I picture, and I go back to our culture as a people, and I picture, and I'll just say this, an indigenous time. And I'm driving and I'm looking at all these other ethnicities that have their names here now in stone. The little Philippines, little Tokyo, Koreatown. You got all these little Armenia, you know? You got all these people that have stamped their name right here. It's like a cholo going hiking and he goes and hits up his neighborhood on a rock. Is that the right thing to do? No. You know, somebody that goes and claims something like, we're here now, a majority moved into this town, so we're going to stamp our name on it. And somebody else's land. Imagine if I went to Armenia. Imagine if I went to Lucky from Hoodstocks, Russia. Imagine if I went over there to Russia.
Not the Russian.
You know? Imagine if I put right there, I moved into an apartment complex and I called that Little Mexico. Bam! How mad are they going to be at me? How, you know, from their culture, from their point of view, from things that they've worked hard to do over there. You know, there's a struggle. There's a struggle that our people have gone through and are continually going through, and to see other people come and prosper here, which is beautiful to prosper for anybody, but to come and prosper and have their culture stamped right here on our soil, it's infuriating. It feels disrespectful. Like, man, unless and I'm only saying that for the ones that come over here with the idea of that you're better, or that you're believing in this American dream. Like, are you doing anything to help the people here? Have you offered them any work? You know, anything. You know what I'm saying? You don't just go move it into somebody's house without helping. And this is our house. Really. I hate to sound all the way it sounds right now, because I know how I sound right now. But it's something that you should really think about. Because at the end of the day, all you guys, or the majority of you guys in the chat that are watching this right now, are struggling. No matter if you want to admit it or not. There's some bills that haven't been paid, man. Some of you guys are struggling mothers by yourself. You're struggling fathers by yourself. You're supporting people or cousins that have moved into your pad. And it's hard. It's hard. You're not getting paid enough. You picked one occupation. You went to school for it. Maybe you're paying college tuition still. You know, maybe you're in debt from a credit card or maybe a car note. You're paying taxes. You're paying mortgage. You know, and you're forever going to keep doing that and doing that and doing that and doing that, because this country is being built and ran by certain people that don't want you to win. They don't want you to win. They want you to fall into the next trend. They want you to listen to all the music that they promote. They want you to watch all the shows that are full of garbage that aren't going to teach you anything of value. And they want you to fall. So they could take over your house. Oh, you didn't pay this? Belongs to the government. Oh, you didn't pay your car? Belongs to the government. It sucks. I had a conversation today about the plots, you know, because there was a video that went and I think it's still going viral. And it's this dude that is in a cemetery, and one of his family members passed on, and he starts messing up the whole what do you call it? The coffin. He starts messing up the coffin. You know, and they're saying, "Why are you doing that?" And he's telling the family members, "Why do you think I'm doing it?" Because they're just gonna dump after we leave. They're gonna take the body out and take the coffin and resell it to somebody else. It's still new, and it trips you out. You know, like, dang, did that really happen? Does that really go on? How come with all the people being unalived at a rapid rate, even in today's society, today's time, there's so many people that are passing away from so many diseases, right? How come there's no more cemeteries being built? Where are these people going? Where are they at? Why? You know how many people are passing away? I haven't seen, I don't think I've seen any new cemetery being built other than Rose Hills. There's a couple that I know, you know, but it's just something to think about, you know, like what's really going on, you know, I don't know, man. Sorry if I ran it, but.
Good? You're okay now?
No, because it sucks, bro.
Yeah, man. Oh, hey,
it sucks because these are the conversations that we don't talk about.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody talks about it.
No.
Nobody cares to talk about it.
No.
You know, people are worried about the fucking soccer game.
Yeah.
Like, man, Mexico's going to win. Cool. Now what? Now what's going to happen after that? Another fucking game? What, now it's Dodger season?
Oh,
now it's the fucking Lakers are playing?
Oh, no.
The Raiders? Like, what is next for us besides a fucking game? The real game that's being played is with your life.
That's how they got us, bro. That's how they got us.
With your life right now.
They got us, man.
That's the game.
They got us since the beginning.
The court system, that's the game. You got the referee, the judge, and you're in the court. In the court. You know what a court is? A court. The same as a basketball court. The same thing with the ref. Playing both sides with your life. It sucks.
It does. It does.
Go ahead,
really
bro.
Does.
My bad.
All right, we got a friend of the podcast that wanted to ask a question.
Go ahead, bro.
Shout out to Focus LA. And he has a question for you, Marvelous. How is it that how is the cross, which some people don't believe in, the symbol of the cross, how is the cross so effective when presented to a body that's possessed? And also, the name of Jesus is also effective. Why is it so powerful when presented to?
The only thing that I could address with that is the power or the energy that has been manifested through centuries of using that. So, you know, if the word Jesus, right, Isis, the feminine, was an energy that was to rule this realm, right? It's the same question that you can ask: who did God allow to run this realm? Lucifer, right?
According to that book, yeah.
So if he has authority down here to do shit, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. I can't answer that question. But what I can say is with the cross thing, not the name, with the cross thing is that you only see that in movies and videos that are presented by the Catholic Church, because those are the majority that do the possession videos. And they actually have possession classes that you can take now, or that priests are mandatory supposed to take. So I don't know where they're finding all these people that are possessed for you to actually take a class, because you actually have to perform an exorcism or do some kind of shit with it. I don't know, bro.
I mean, then again, you know, someone could argue, you know, why have they tried another name? Have they tried another symbol? You know, would it be as effective as using the cross or saying the name Jesus?
That's a very good question. Me personally, bro, I don't believe in, just from studying Focus, and I appreciate your question, homie. That's a great question. Is those words and the symbolism of the cross don't have nothing to do with scripture or the Bible or prayer, but I believe in prayer. I do believe that. I believe because it's worked on me, bro, when I had my the thing that happened in my head some years back, and my aunt and my cousin prayed for me and it was gone. It was like a miracle, you know. I hate to sound like all like unsolved mysteries, homie, but it happened. So I don't know, man. That's a good question.
Can you imagine somebody says the power of NORBEEZ compels you?
Man, you better stop being blasphemous, homie. Go ahead, NORBEEZ. What's the next one, man?
All right, next question is going to be from Mind Yours. Do you think everything is over sexualized?
Definitely.
Yeah,
everything.
That's for sure.
Everything.
Yep. Seek Truth says, do you think rap influences things? Do you think rap influences these kids more to gangbang? And is the cause of all these murders due to rap? Oh,
why are you saying that word for, NORBEEZ?
Damn.
Anyways, yeah, I think in today's time, the people believe that they're winning. You know, there's this great awakening, and people are finding out more about conspiracies and who's lying and who's not lying and what's happening where. But I don't think they understand that this internet thing, this social media and the algorithm is actually controlled. You know, I don't know if you guys understand that, or you guys just think that people are popular because they're just like meant to be popular, or they're really doing things that are how do you say it? That are just, I don't even know how to say it, bro.
What are you trying to say?
Okay, let me name some people then.
All right.
because I don't know how to explain it. I don't
Okay.
know what word to use.
All right, throw a name.
So we'll take influencers, right?
Okay.
So who are some of the popular influencers? And I'm gonna name or you know what, I shouldn't even get into the whole rapper thing. But there's certain people that get promotion and they're influencers or content creators of garbage. Nothing.
Hey, but I'm not gonna lie. A lot of these influencers are really acting gay, and that's no offense to gay people, but I'm just noticing a lot of these guys, a lot of brown and black influencers that weren't gay before are acting super gay now. I don't understand. Like they're doing those house influencers,
Yeah.
where they invite a bunch of influencers
And they end
like
up
brown
hooking
and
up with
black,
each other.
and yeah, they're making out with each other. They're making gay jokes at they're touching each other. You got Ray J trying to bone everybody.
That fool said the gagency. He says, shout out to the gagency.
Why would you shut?
Yeah,
them
but back, no, that's what he said.
Oh, that's what he said. I was about
Dork.
to say.
But I believe that's all an agenda too.
It's weird,
You
bro.
know?
It's weird.
I believe that the more shit that they do like that, the more they get paid to do that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just backwards, man. You don't have to have talent to succeed or be popular no more. You just have to do the dumbest shit or talk about the dumbest shit. Gossipers. Look at influencers that are popular. You know, you got Shoddy Bay is out there getting drunk. You know, who would have never in the 90s ever been, and I'm not trying to degrade her in any way, but be real. She would have never been popular back in the day.
I don't know. I think she might have. She might have been in the
NORBEEZ.
circus.
Listen, don't disrespect like that.
I know.
I'm being serious.
No, you know, I say that because right now there are influencers that are bearded women. They're influencers now. And
But we're talking about
in a circus, popular there.
But we're not talking about a circus, homie.
But I'm just saying,
Listen, NORBEEZ, in the 90s, if you're from the 90s, fool, since you don't want to say your age, you really had to have talent, fool. You had to know how to dance, break dance. You had to, if you were going to be popular. You know, my cousin Freddie, Funny Bones, Warlock, you know, he started his own dance crew.
I'm going to disagree with you.
His best friend's Burst Rock. You know, they had talent, bro.
No, I get it. But
you know, you had rappers that actually had to rap.
Yeah.
Like they actually had to have lyrics. Now these fools are all stuck on pills.
Yeah.
You know, rapping, getting Emmys.
Yeah. Well,
and it's the dumbest thing. And talking about prison and how they were on this yard, like who gives a shit? When was that ever cool? It's never been cool to do that. You know, you got Shawty Bay, right?
Yeah.
And I hate to bring her up.
Yeah.
You got the new one, Linwood. And they're just
she like a drunk lady, right? The drunk lady.
I don't know if she's drunk or what. But what I'm talking about is the mindset of a person. You know, you're gonna be arguing with your kids on a live, or you're gonna be doing all this. I'm just saying, there's no education. There's no. These people just have a platform for nothing, really. It's really for nothing, because what is it benefiting our people? It's not.
It's not.
They're talking down on Mexicanos.
Yeah.
You know, some of them are even using the word wetback.
Yeah.
You know, some of them are all Americanized. You know, you got what's her name that doesn't even claim to be Raza now. What's the other one that's with her? They call him, he's a Theo or something. Uncle Fester.
Fester.
Yeah, that other one, fool, that hooked up with that kid Junior. You don't know? Anyways.
You lost me on that one.
Well, what I'm saying is that you don't have to have talent, and there's no substance being put out for the young. These are people that your kids are watching. Just put it like that. Your kids are watching all these influencers and gossipers and scrolling through TikTok, and there's nothing Instagram, and there's nothing that's educational or beneficial for us. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. And it sucks. It sucks because we deserve more, man. We deserve more.
Yeah.
And when we speak, people that are our age speak up on things, then we're just a hater, or we don't understand, or we're stuck in the past. And it isn't that. It's that we see and we have seen the outcome of shit transition from one thing to another, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And then the kids or the younger generation are believing that it's going to get better, better, better. And until they hit their late 30s or early 40s, they're going to see like, dang, that was a lie. But then it's going to be too late, because then they're going to be the older ones. And the younger generation is going to say the same thing to them. And it's going to keep happening like a repetitive tsunami that's hitting our people and taking us out. Repetitiveness. And it sucks, you know?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the system, bro. That is the system. I mean, and it's bad because, you know, it's just like Who's Gone Wild, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody else started copying their format as far as exploiting our people for entertainment. I mean, Who's Gone Wild started with, you know, substance abusers,
Yeah.
you know, that they would film or they would post up and everybody would just laugh, and they made it into a joke, and then everybody else started doing the same thing until eventually the tweakers and the drunks started becoming the influencers.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're seeing more. The majority of browns that you see on these shows that are making it, they're either drunks or substance abusers. And then that's they'll only hire people like that because unfortunately that's what sells. And then that's sad because the youngins, they start looking up. Oh, I gotta be like that guy. Like I gotta be all hopped up on something so you know I could be somebody.
Yeah.
And that's the sad part right there. But again, you know, it really is up to you guys as the parents, as the uncles, as the aunts, as the big brothers, the big sisters, the tias. It's really up to you guys to pay attention to the next generation and making sure that they're not looking up to these people, because you'd be surprised how many in your family are looking up to these people, and you need to make sure you put a stop to it. You know, check them.
But thank you, NORBEEZ. You said it. Check them. And the thing is to don't just be all nonchalant about it. You know, you guys speak with authority. You know, you guys, while you're checking that shit or whatever, whether you're an uncle out there or you're even a father or whatever, have a serious conversation and be serious with your kid. Be serio pedo, you know, or your nephews or your nieces or whatever, and tell them, you know what, you're probably not going to understand what I'm trying to tell you or convey to you right now. But let me tell you, you know, this is what's going to happen. Tell them. Let them know. Don't be like, oh, well, they're kids. Let them enjoy themselves. Let them go drink with that person, or let them go out to that bar, or they're just having fun. Remember when we used to have fun, babe? Like, nah, man. You made bad decisions too. You know, you got yourself in a wreck too. You know, give them a little bit more wisdom. Let them know your kids, or most of our kids, treat us like we're their friends, man. I've seen homies, their kids talk to them like a homie. Like, damn, that's how they talk to you. Like, and you guys be calling each other the B word and everything. Like, that's not cool.
No. All right. Next question is going to be from Medicine. He says, what are your favorite body detox remedies? Ooh, that's a good one too.
NORBEEZ, have you ever detoxed?
No, I don't think I have.
Would you know where to start if or what would you even look? What would you even look if you wanted to detox your body from all those Taco Bell shells?
I think I would probably do a good fasting. Maybe start with 2 or 3 days.
Then, you think can you go 3 days, bro, without eating?
Yeah, I've gone like a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to do, but
dang, I've gone over 2 weeks.
Yeah, okay, all right. You really are need to do that. 2 weeks.
No, I was drinking water and juice, but I straight didn't eat nothing, bro.
I would probably start with that, and then I would definitely go with a mixture of certain things. Maybe one is introducing more salt water into my system, mostly for hydration, and then also focusing on some probiotics, making sure my gut has the right type of bacteria, and then while fasting, obviously, and for the most part, I'll probably stay off the coffee, much as I love it, but I'd go through those steps.
You're a big coffee drinker, bro?
I'm a big coffee drinker. You know, I need it. I need 1 cup at least a day, 1 or 2 cups in the morning. That's it.
1 cup of coffee a day?
1 or 2 in the morning. That's it.
Okay, dang, Norbeez. I didn't even know you were a coffee drinker.
Yeah, but only in the morning.
Like that.
I do my best not to drink past, I don't know, 12 o'clock. Because then I won't go to sleep.
Okay, well, detox. There's a lot of things you could take. I always recommend cloves. If you're gonna eat any kind of food, just make sure it's organic. But to detox, of course, a fast. You want to start off with a fast and let your body get back to its original state where it has a chance to fight off all the bad stuff that's in your body and push it out. What else? Black seed oil, burdock root is good. I already said that, huh? Cilantro.
Have you ever tried that one?
Cilantro, chamomile is another thing, and bay leaves. And wait, I'm missing one thing. What was the other thing? Cilantro. I already said black seed oil, huh? Cloves. Oh, the canela. And also, if you're gonna buy these things, I always tell people make sure it's the organic one. Make sure it's the organic. So if you could go to a mom and pop place that sells organic remedies, or spices, I mean, go there and buy them. Not the ones that are at the Ralphs or whatever that are in the little packages and stuff. Especially for the canela, because that's the fake one. That's not the real one. It may smell like cinnamon and smell good to you, but it's not the real one. They make those in a factory. Go ahead, Norbs.
Have you ever tried that one wood? You know, I think they sell them in like pieces of woods, but when you boil it, the water and it turns out blue.
And it kills parasites.
Is that what it does?
Yeah, they're these little wood chips. I forgot the name of them.
I forgot the name of it. Also, Chad, if you know the name of that wood, is it wood? Is this like
they're like little wood chips, bro?
They're like wood chips, right?
Yeah.
And then when you put them in there, they turn blue. So
somebody will put it in the chat.
Yeah, Chad, if you know which one it is, I thought that, and they sell it in you know, our grocery stores, you know, for our peoples. So, yeah. Okay, next question is gonna be this is from Claudia Herrera. Says, "Hey guys, we recently went to Sedona, Arizona, and got a chance to go to the Grand Canyon. The energy was insane. Do you guys have insight of the vortex located in Sedona? Care to elaborate?" This is the best question for you, Marvelous, because
but I don't know exactly where the point is called, but there is a spot where you could actually, if you reach your hand out over I don't know if it's called the side of the cliff, you'll get all the static electricity like vibrating through your body. There's videos. If you guys want to search up the videos on YouTube when you get off of here, you guys could actually go see it yourself. Put static electricity, Grand Canyon. You type that in, and you'll be able to see it yourself. As far as the other places in Sedona, I haven't, because I haven't got to travel that much. I just came from the Grand Canyon. How many months ago? I think we went about 5 months ago now.
Yeah. Did you ever tell the chat about your experience?
It was beautiful, man. It was one of the most beautiful.
I don't remember if you told them that.
You know, the thing that sucked was crazy is me and my son had nothing to do, and we went to go see the right outside of the Grand Canyon. There's a theater right there that shows you a movie. They show you a movie of how the Güeros came, and they showed indigenous people what to do and stuff like that, and it was just a mockery, man. It was the most disrespectful video I ever paid to watch, and me and my son ended up walking out of there, and of course it was all lies, and they don't show you the truth. They don't want to tell you the truth, man. So it was pretty sad, you know, that they show people that movie. We were the only ones in there as well. So it was an IMAX theater.
Really?
Yeah, if you guys ever want to go see it, I mean, I don't recommend you pay for it, but you guys, it's an IMAX theater. Just type in IMAX theater located outside of the Grand Canyon. I think it was actually we're in the middle of the northern side and the southern side. I don't know what that area is called right there.
You know what? Have you ever gone to the IMAX in the Science Center, California Science Center?
If it's the same one, years ago.
Yeah, I went there to go watch one movie for one little short documentary for the blue whales. It was incredible. It's insane to see how gigantic that. Aside from the screen is probably the biggest IMAX screen I've ever seen.
Mhm.
Like they have one in City Walk. You ever been to the one City Walk?
The theater?
Yeah, the IMAX one.
No, I've been
No?
to the theater there
Okay.
at City Walk.
Yeah, they have an IMAX one too. But
You know, back in the day, bro. My bad, Norbeez. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, you
No.
finish. You finish. My
No,
bad.
I was just gonna say that the one in the California Science Center, I think, was way bigger than that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know, back in the days, when we used to watch movies, like say RoboCop came out, or like any of the other movies, that the actual RoboCop would come out after.
What?
Yeah,
What, really?
yeah. It would come out and like take pictures with people and shit like
Oh,
that.
that's dope.
Yeah, it was only at that place though, or for me when I seen it.
They might have to
At
do that
the-
again because
Well, they actually stopped because a lady passed away.
What?
Yeah, she had a heart attack because I forgot what movie it was. The person came out and I don't know if it was like I don't know what it was. It was a scary thing or something, but she ended up having a heart attack. She passed away.
Hmm. But shout out to the chat. It is called Palo Azul.
Oh, Palo
Yeah.
Azul.
Yeah, Palo Azul.
Okay.
But, okay. All right. All right. Next question is going to be from 805 Plumbing. Shout out to 805 Plumbing. He says, do you think there's a chance that the earthquake in Venezuela were man-made? And if so, how and why? Long time listener, first time caller.
Definitely. Definitely harp. 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 What do you think, Norbeez?
I mean,
You think it's natural?
no. From as long as I've lived, there's always been an earthquake, right? Or the main one, and then a bunch of aftershocks, like little aftershocks. Not as intense as the first one, but just aftershocks that were lower. But this one was like back to back, the same amount of shaking. I think they were both like 7.6 back to back, and then aftershocks. But I thought that was a
So would you believe?
and
go
then,
ahead.
sorry. But in the other part that was that there's this thing that they call the Ring of Fire, right? Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah.
That where most volcanic and earthquake activity happens, and it was odd that it would happen there because that's not in the Ring of Fire. So I thought that was interesting.
So would you believe it more if there was little tiny aftershocks or what?
I would believe it. I would believe more that it was natural if there was one and then a bunch of small aftershocks. But this one had two of the pretty much the same amount of shaking. It's like it got hit twice, boom, boom, which reminds me of another earthquake that happened in the Gulf of Mexico. I don't know if you remember that story. There was a big earthquake that happened in the ocean, like in that part, and it makes me wonder. Maybe that one wasn't.
Have you ever researched anything on earthquakes
No, not.
and where they come from and
Just the basic
science
stuff. Just the basic stuff. The tectonic plates.
tectonic plates
One moves on top of another one and creates a shaking.
right?
But that's what they say.
So do you know anything about harp?
I vaguely, to be honest.
Do you know what harp uses to say, for instance, if they wanted to cause an earthquake?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Do you know what harp uses? Like how would the government shift a whole landmass?
Frequencies.
That's right, NORBEEZ. Exactly.
Frequencies.
Okay.
Yeah, because I saw this one video clip of this one guy that also said he used to survey land to look for oil. So they would have a machine that would send out frequencies underground. And depending on which frequency they use, they'll be able to detect if there's oil or gas or coal.
LiDAR.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm not too sure if he was talking about LiDAR, but he says with HARP, the way as powerful as it is, it would be like 100 times stronger, and it would probably cause an earthquake if they use it.
Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm. But that's a trip. And
you know what? It makes you think about how long has this technology existed? Because we're on the late bus for sure.
Well, I mean, since NASA has been around, I think for the most part that was their intention.
But NASA's just things have been happening since before NASA.
I'm talking about like more like HARP, like the technologies to use HARP.
Well, but there's been earthquakes since years and years ago. Bro.
Oh, okay. Well, the earthquakes. Well, actually, yeah. Now that I think about it, I'm trying to figure out when did NASA.
Let me ask you like this.
I'm trying to figure out the amount of earthquakes that happened after NASA was discovered.
Let me ask you like this. And I'm just gonna, and this is just something to think about, okay?
Okay. Are you throwing something out there?
No, watch.
Okay.
So the Bible is written, right?
Uh-huh.
You got a bunch of prophecies in there.
Bible?
Or I should have never told you that.
I should have told me that.
All right, you got a bunch of prophecies in Revelations,
Yes,
right?
Yes.
And in the Revelations, it says a bunch of things are going to happen. There's going to be earthquakes. There's going to be diseases that can't be cured.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be all kinds of stuff. You got these things or events that are going to happen because of prophecy.
Yeah.
Right. But when you find out that the government can manipulate things like weather, create a storm,
Mm-hmm.
create clouds,
Mm-hmm.
tax you for the rainwater that you're collecting because it was made by the government. Did you see that guy that got busted for collecting rainwater?
What? No, I didn't see that one.
No? Yeah, he got busted because he was collecting rainwater. He had these big gallons, homie, at his pad, and the feds came and raided his pad because he had put it out there that he was collecting rainwater, and this is what you do, and this is in case of emergency, and this is now I could run I could survive.
Yeah.
So they went in there and they took down all his stuff, homie, and they busted him. And they fined him and they gave him a big old fine for collecting rainwater. Well, the rainwater that he was collecting was because the government was making this weather and it was making it rain. Hence the water belongs to the government and you're collecting it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if they have all this stuff that they could do stuff with, cause an earthquake, cause just these so-called natural events that are taking place. How long has it been here? How long have they had it?
Damn, that's a good question.
Because we feel as a society that we're finding all these clues. We're going down the rabbit hole. And we're finding out that this is going on, and this isn't real, and this is propaganda, and this is a false flag, and nothing's ever changing for us. And why is it happening? We have the biggest oil reserves, Venezuela. All
Los Angeles.
up and down the Americas. Yeah. All up and down the Americas. We have more oil than Kuwait.
Yeah, we do.
Imagine we have more resources over here than any other place.
Yeah.
The place that colonizers have came over here to inhabit and take over was because of these prophecies, these ancient prophecies of this land having all this stuff over here. So what's really going on then? What's going on? It just makes you think, it's just a question you could ask. It makes you feel like you're really in the Truman Show, homie. Like, what are we really doing here?
I mean, the way that the amount of power they have over us is insane because, like you said, and it's funny that you said, they're charging us for the water because right here in California, the politicians pretty much are saying that, to live here, you pay for the weather. Yeah. And now that you say that, they really do mean that. We are paying for the weather. They're charging us.
You go camping.
They're charging us.
You go camping. You have to have a certain license to go into a certain forest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How many days are you going to be staying here, sir? Where are you going to be camping at? You could only go over there. You could only go over here. You can't drink from that stream.
Yeah.
You can't do this. You could only fish for so many fish. Do you have your fishing license?
Dang.
Do you have your boating license?
Dang.
Everything's a license.
Dang.
Do you have a marriage license?
Yep.
What do you fucking need a license for?
That never made sense. Why do you need a marriage license?
Like, why do you do that? Why do you need all this stuff?
I mean, I think we're definitely at a boiling point where like, why are we paying for everything? Like,
you're paying for everything. You're paying to die.
Yeah. for the most part.
You're paying.
Here, especially here in this country. You know, it's funny that a lot of people like to say, well, you know, if you don't like this country, why don't you go to another country? Let's see how they treat you there. I'm like, well, at least right there, I'll own the land that I buy. I'll own the house that I'll buy. The government's not going to come and take it from me.
But at this point, though, this time, are you even really going to own the land over there too? Because it's spreading like wildfire.
They are spreading.
It's spreading like wildfire.
Yep. I mean, they already claimed it by them. And that's the other thing. Like, you know, the way they claim it is by calling it Latin America.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the funny part. They use that. That's a word that was created by the French to tell the world what parts of the world they took over in this part of the world.
It just sucks, man. You shouldn't have to pay for nothing. If you want to go fishing, go fishing.
But that's the tricky part, is that we accepted that we have to pay. We gotta work.
Yeah.
Like there's no
I wanted to go when we went to the Grand Canyon. One of the big things that I wanted to do was go rafting. I wanted to go rafting down there, you know. You need a permit.
I'm gonna ChatGPT you rafting.
You need a permit, bro.
Yeah, you do. You need a permit for everything, man.
Yeah, you could only go on this day, or that day, at this time, and then like why?
You need a reservation.
Who are you to say that? You know, it sucks, bro.
It really does.
Go ahead, NORBEEZ.
All right, next is gonna be Zapata Vive. That's a tough one.
What?
I didn't really. What the? You know what? Zapata, I'm gonna reach yours another time. We're gonna go to Aldo Hernandez that says, "Have you ever been offered to join a secret society or a cult? Can a secret society end a generational family curse?"
Yeah, I've gotten invitations. I think I even showed you some of the invitations, huh? Have I showed you?
I don't think you sent me an invite. I think you probably showed me something.
Oh, I showed you the invites that they sent me on Instagram, no? Or no? Have I showed you?
Yeah, I mean, what does it mean when Mason start contacting you on
I don't know,
Instagram?
but when you get invited to me, all that social media invites or whatever, those aren't real. To me, I know you have to be invited in person, so I didn't take that as a thing. So I'm gonna say no. I haven't been invited. I don't think I would ever be invited because they really do their research on you, even as to searching up your first grade teacher, you know, interviewing your wife, your kids, people that know you, and I think it's more for the most part to see what you're capable of or the type of person. So. I mean, I don't know. Would you ever become a Mason?
No. I mean, maybe just to look to see what's it all about and then leave.
Yeah, you probably get all trapped in there.
Yeah, I'll go in there and see. Yeah, this isn't my scene. Thanks, guys. I'm out of here. Let me get all your connections though.
And then they don't let you leave.
Hey, I'll leave.
All right, go ahead.
Shout out to El Jefe de Jefes though. I want to read this comment. He says, "God didn't make the universe to be so controlled." Oh, blame his angels.
You and the angels.
I'm telling you, bro. That's real. Have you ever heard this from Sal? He says, "Have you ever heard anything about the Aztecs originating in the states of Wisconsin? If so, can you elaborate?"
I've never heard that before. Have you?
No, I haven't heard that one either. Shout out to Zayduno. He says, "What are your guys' thoughts of the Austrian painter? Did he give the right idea? Do you guys think everything we were taught about him and that time wrong?"
An Austrian painter? I don't know who that is, bro. Or what he's talking about.
I don't know.
I don't. Who asked that?
Zaid. Shout out to Zaid.
Ask Zaid if he could leave it in the comment.
Zaid, if you're in the chat, let us know which Austrian painter.
Go ahead.
An Austrian painter?
I don't know who he's talking about, bro.
Well, apparently we were taught about him.
Hey, you know what? Let's open the phone lines because we had some people that wanted to call in.
You want to talk to people?
Of course I do. I want to talk to everybody.
And the people. All right, hold on. Give me a second. Shout out to everybody that participated in the community post. We appreciate you for putting in your questions and being part of the show. Okay, give me 1 second here.
We're gonna open the lines. I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat that's watching us.
The chats.
Appreciate you.
We got 2 chats going on YouTube, and then we got Twitch. So shout out everybody that's on Twitch. Also, we appreciate you. And shout out to our 2 live chats going on at the same time.
Shout out to the Jedi. Boom. We got Dantomo, B Jones in the house. Appreciate you. Lost in Space TV. Is that to say Lost in Space TV? NORBEEZ just wants the cookies from a mason jar. What the heck? That sounds funny. Let me see. He was Catholic, you know. I don't know what Jedi's talking about. Greetings from the dark side. Orale. El Jefe de Jefe. Shout out to El Jefe. I appreciate you being in here. Pelon. What's up, homie? Pues.
Is he talking about Leonardo da Vinci? No, he's Italian.
I don't know what he's talking about. So Geometric, welcome in. Wormwood, he says Wormwood. I said Pelon, huh? SPLRG, welcome in, says yo. Vida Maravilla says, damn, y'all love Texas, huh? Keep
Texas barbecue. Well, no, you say it better.
No pinto beans for you, nothing but Texas barbecue. Hey, you know what? For real, I think Texas. I want to go try the Texas barbecue.
Not the barbecue.
Yeah, I don't know who's is gonna be better, but I don't know.
Damn. Okay, well, hey. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the portion of the show is to take phone calls is on. The phone number is 323-457-8073. Shout out to Appalicious. Make sure you guys follow them.
Where's she at? Is she in the chat?
She is not in the chat. I'm sure.
All right, then don't shout her out.
Hey.
Don't shout her out. Don't shout her out. If she's not in the chat, she's not here supporting. I'm just playing, Athena. Where are you at, though, man?
I'm sure they're making their apples out there.
Yeah, they're probably making apples. Shout out to Athena and Roxy.
They're making apples rock. Okay, shout out to the caller. You're on the Marvelous Mind Show tonight. Your name and where are you calling from tonight?
Hey, what's up, NORBEEZ? Marv? This is Luna calling from Green Bay, Wisconsin. I just want to tell you guys are talking about the Venezuela earthquake.
Right.
So did you guys hear like when what was it when Trump went and go to kidnap dudes? There was that whole situation with like the military was saying that they threw like a raid down from the helicopter and they all kind of like stood still and these fools are bleeding out of their nose and all that.
Yeah.
What do you if they could do all that, you might as well. What do you think? Like, you think they might have done like that whole earthquake, man-made or no?
Yeah, bro. Years ago, it was on when Facebook first started, bro. There was a weapon being developed by the government, by the military, we'll say.
Yeah.
And it looked like a Humvee truck, and on top of the Humvee truck, it looked like a mini satellite, and that mini satellite, it produced a frequency so high that it could burn a hole through you, bro. But they put it down like on a lower level where it showed a crowd of people being dispersed by it, and it was like a form of radiation just being directed right towards wherever the object they pointed it at. And so I know they use that over there. Also, there's videos of military leaked personnel talking about I forgot the name of the program that they used when they went into not Iraq but Afghanistan. They went into Afghanistan and they were using frequency warfare as well. And so that I know that they use this stuff. So HARP also, I know that they use that just on a bigger scale. And, I think it's a whole thing to destabilize the country. I mean, it's already being destabilized, but just to do whatever they're going to do right there, whether it's build a smart city or whatever they're going to do, or change the whole pecking order of whoever's running that spot right there, remove the president, remove his council, destabilize the country, and move more military down there to supposedly bring aid and just reinforce what they're already trying to do, which is their agenda, is take over that whole landmass.
Yeah, I just wanted to get your perspective on that. I don't want to waste your guys' time, but
you're not,
thanks
bro.
for letting me know. Or
thank you for calling, homie.
Thank
you, bro.
I appreciate it, bro. Bye.
Thank you, bro.
Shout out to El Boo Boo.
If you want, go ahead and call. You can call. What's his name?
I told him to let me know if he's cool.
Oh, all right.
Caller, your name. You're on the Marvelous Mind Show tonight. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yo, what's going on, Marvelous? What's going on, NORBEEZ? It's nice to hear you guys. My name is Cash. Calling from Pomona.
What's up, Cash from Pomona? Shout out to you, homie. How you doing?
Shout out Pomona.
Yeah, I'm doing fantastic, man. How you guys doing?
We're good, bro.
Right
I'm
here,
good.
trying to figure it out, man.
Mm.
Shit, aren't we all, bro? I'm trying to figure it out every day. Hey, I'll fall short, but it's not me.
That's right.
Right, all right. So my question is Marvelous. I know that you refer to the Most High God as the Most High. Etymologically, do you think that giving him the veneration of the Most High is that much different than calling him God? Or Yeshua, Yahushua, HaMashiach, do you think it's that much different than calling him Jesus? Because I know that I personally witnessed there's a lot of power in the name of Jesus. I know that there's a vibration to it. But what are your thoughts on that?
So this is just my opinion, and I mean it with the utmost respect, is that I don't believe that there is any power in the name Jesus, but there's power in you. And the power that you're manifesting from that frequency being built up is what's helping that person, whether it's in the prayer sense or even blessing your own home. That power is within you. Now, the word Isis, I don't use that because of the meaning of it or the etymology of it, and God either, because God, the etymology of a god would be a deity or a lack of the real thing. So I don't use that. That's why I say creator. Or if I am going to use the real name of the Messiah according to Torah or the Bible, I'll look up the word in Hebrew and see how it's pronounced. You know, what's Jesus meaning, Yahweh Shai, and God or Creator named Yahweh or Yah.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. So
okay.
That's why I just try to. My bad, homie. I just try to go as far back as I can to find the originality of something. You know, I don't want to go by a rumor or his name was changed and because it's translated and this person translated it and now it means this, and because and for the most part, because I know words manifest change in the structure, such as a cell. That's real, bro. It could break down a cell and it could build it. So I haven't actually put a cell down and look it up in a microscope and see what's happening in that cell when you say the name, you know. But I do know the etymology of it. So if it's bad, and we've been taught this through the spelling or the language that was brought to us in order for us to say these things, I know for the most part it's probably going to be bad because they're not trying to teach us anything good. They robbed everything else of indigenous people, you know, and taught us everything backwards. So why would they even show us anything good?
Right. I definitely see what you're saying there. And then, so with that being said, so you do see there being, I guess, something to a Messiah figure, right? Like, do you believe that the Messiah was crucified, rose 3 days later, died for our sins, or do you think that's a little bit more of an indoctrination?
I believe that's a complete. Yeah, I believe that's a complete indoctrination. That's what I believe. I believe in a Messiah. How it's part of our cultura. I believe in that. You know, and I'll say it like this, as the Quetzalcoatl, right? That will come to redeem his people and reclaim his land. You know, a spiritual guide that guided us. You know, you take the spiritual guide of the story of Jesus, who guided his people. It's the same thing. You know, so I don't take everything from the Bible as literal as, oh, he was nailed to a cross, because when you do your research, he wasn't nailed to a cross. Cross had nothing to do with it. He was nailed to a tree. But then the Christians, right? It
even says to it.
Yeah, I don't take the Last Supper as any form of factuality at all, because I know what they put into the Bible and their ritual process of the whole drinking of adrenalized blood and the eating of flesh. So I don't take that as anything, as drink my blood and eat my flesh and No, why would any real person of the Most High or God, if you believe in God, do that to you? You wouldn't. It wouldn't happen. You know, you're either going to obey the law, statutes, and commandments, or you're not.
Right, right. Okay. One last question, man. Do you find that there's any validity to Gnosticism, or I guess the general idea of it, of us being stuck on a prison planet with archons that were sent into Pleroma, into the afterlife? Do you think that there's any type of validity to that, or do you think that's more so Babylonian history school teaching nonsense?
Okay, that's a tough question. So what I do believe in is that I don't believe that we're stuck here. I don't believe in that. I believe that we're put here, and I'm going to take both sides of it. So I could take the biblical side of it, or I can take the indigenous side of it. I believe that our ancestors lived through us. We are our forefathers, literally. We have been here before. We have lived here before, and we have something to do. We have a message. We have to take care of this land, and learn for the next planet, which is the next realm that we're gonna enter. I believe that. I believe that there will be a second coming of what Christians call a Messiah. I believe the indigenous part of it, that he will come to redeem the land. I don't know if Christians have done the research enough to read the scripture where it says that we will shed the blood of our enemy, or that will be the only way to clean the blood that was shed on the indigenous people of this land. I don't know if they've got that far yet. So I don't know if they understand that we will have to go to war to reclaim this land and wash away our ancestors' blood. I do believe in that. I believe in the soul trap, in the sense of you will keep on reincarnating here. And your karma or whatever you didn't accomplish in this life will be passed on, and the generational curses will be passed on into you until you get it right, until the second coming. So you could either make it worse for yourself, or you can make it better for yourself.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, man. Well, that's very powerful. It makes a lot of sense. I've been kind of jumping into Christianity just because of something personal that had happened to me that resonated with me. But at the same time, I have so many questions about it, and there's things that I take, there's things that I don't take. I find a lot of validity in New Age in certain things. I find a lot of validity in Gnostic teachings and in different, basically, secret society teachings that they've had across civilizations and across the world. Especially what I really don't agree with is how Christians label everything as demonic. I've had experiences with DMT that have shot me out of this world. I've encountered different entities, and whether they were nefarious or not, they could have been benevolent. I guess I can't be 100% sure. I can only use my discernment, but from both times I've experienced what I thought to be benevolent entities, man. But thank you for taking my call. I'm not going to take up too much time for other callers. I want other people to be able to speak and get some insight, ask their questions. Thank you for having me, guys.
Hey, thank you for calling in, bro. Appreciate you.
Most definitely.
All right, you guys have a great night.
You too, man.
Shout out to Kiawi. He's in the chat.
Have him call in, bro.
You just did.
Oh, my bad. Call in, homie, if you want. And another thing is look at the homie that called in right now. He's going to church, right? For whatever reason, go ahead. For whatever reason, and church. Don't get me wrong. For Christians or any of you that go to church, it's a beautiful feeling. You're amongst your people. You're amongst good feelings and energy and stuff like that. But we already have that. We're just going to a temple to congregate with each other when you could be doing that every day anyways. Go ahead, my bad.
Caller, you're on the Marvelous Minds show tonight. Your name, where are you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Marvelous and NORBEEZ? It's the homie from San Diego. The one that works in the hospital. But I always stay anonymous, just because I don't like throwing my name out there.
Oh, what's up, bro?
I was gonna ask you, fucking, I always wondered about something in school. It seems like talking about Jesus or Christianity can be seen as a problem, but learning ancient Egypt, Greek goddess, like Zeus and the stories like the Odyssey is completely okay. I'm not saying school shouldn't teach those things. I just wonder why is one treated like education while the other one can feel like it's treated as something wrong to even mention.
Hey, say that again.
Yeah, what is?
Well, what part?
No, the last. What?
Yeah,
Explain to me what you were saying again, bro. I got the first part, but what were you saying at the end?
The Odyssey, or what are you talking about?
I just, we'll start the whole thing again. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I've always wondered in school. It seems like talking about Jesus or Christianity can be seen as a problem.
Yeah.
But learning about ancient Egypt and Greek gods like Zeus and stories like the Odyssey is completely okay. I'm not saying school shouldn't teach those things. I just wonder why one is treated like education while the other can feel like it's treated as something wrong or to even mention.
Oh, wow. That's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If you went to public school, I don't know any public school that really taught about Christianity or anybody that was talking about it. But as far as Catholicism, I went to a Catholic church and Catholic school, Our Lady of Solitude or Soledad, and that was every day. That was kind of like I hate to say forced on us, but it kind of was forced on us. We had a whole a book of religion, it was called, and in the church we had to learn the hymns and the missalettes. They were called missalettes for whatever reason, and there was only 4 books of the Bible that they went through, but everything was more of a what do you call it, idol worship to me, because of the whole Virgin Mary, the rosary we had to learn, the things we had to do, confirmation, we had to learn the certain things in catechism, and just as being a kid, like I was a little rebellious kid too, but something always fell off inside the Catholic Church, always, and especially when I had to go to night church with my gramps, at night, and it was a Spanish-speaking church, and I seen the old ladies and the old, older men there. They would always go to the night church, and something was just like, I would look at the statues, and they just seem, I don't know, man. Maybe I was a kid, or maybe I watched too many scary movies or something, but something was just demonic to me, man. It was just something that was off to me. I don't know why.
But that was because you were going to a Catholic school, my bad, right?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm trying to get at. Like I remember one time I think I said something about along the lines of Jesus or some shit. Like, I don't know, I must have said something, and the teacher fucking she corrected me, and it's like, hey, we're not supposed to talk about that, and this and that. And, you have to respect everybody else's religion. But I don't even know what I said. Because I was just a kid,
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's a good question though.
But the thing is, she corrected me, but it's okay to learn about Greek gods and Egyptian gods and shit like that.
Yeah.
Even though they still carry the term God.
Yeah, but I think for the most part, one thing I would say about schools and the way they taught it, they do make sure to mention that it's mythology, that shouldn't be taken into actual reality. That it was just their beliefs and not actually, I guess, our world's beliefs or our time's beliefs. That's why they will call it mythology.
Isn't my bad? Wouldn't Jesus and the story of Jesus of Nazareth wouldn't be that considered mythology too?
Not for them. Not for them. That's real. That's completely real for them. So they wouldn't put that as mythology. For them, that is their belief.
But is that theology or some shit like that?
Yeah, they wouldn't put that in that category. That's probably why.
Also, but
They
But
want
you know
you
what
to
trips me out
believe.
too?
They want us to believe that those ancient societies had their mythologies, their fake gods. That's, but they won't introduce, Christianity or
But,
Catholicism
but
into.
you know, but you know what trips me out too is that whatever it is, I mean, whatever, if it's Greek, Egypt, whatever it is, but they've almost have it like a similar story about the the sons of gods, people that taught people. I mean beings that taught people how to build weapons or make weapons or like shit like that, like astrology, shit like that.
Mm.
Like it's almost the same thing. I want to say the Odyssey,
Yeah.
or like Clash of the Titans.
Yeah.
The what do they call it? Nephilim?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the story of the Nephilim. But these stories are
it's
are in almost every culture, bro. Like there's similar stories. Like the story of Semiramis goes into almost every culture of a woman bearing a child of a savior.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, I do believe there's a God. I do believe there's something out there, bigger and better, and bigger than us.
Yeah.
Than just average Joe. But
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like how they portray it in the Bible or what, because there's a lot of shit taken out of the Bible. Like one time I asked one of some Christian came up to me and he asked me, and he was telling me, and I was like, yeah, dude, I play the audiobook, and because I like tripping out, on the audiobook when I'm at work, and I just like to play the Bible audio. And I told him about what he thought about Enoch, and he said, well, what he told me, he told me, what do you think God would have wanted us to know about Enoch? He would have mentioned, he would have said more about him. I was like, yeah, but but it's mentioned in there, so why not learn about? Why not question and learn about it? Why not? Who is this Enoch? Who is Enoch?
Yeah.
Why just go over that shit? I don't understand. I don't know.
No, you're right, bro. Just like the Apocrypha, there's certain people that have taken control or have always been in control of the Vatican, or whoever has a say so on what book should be in the whole book.
You told me about that one book, right? The Mary Magdalene.
Well, that's one of them in there, but there's a bunch of books.
I never knew she had a book.
Yeah, there's a lot of books.
Yeah.
But who is man if this is really inspired by God, Creator? This is inspired to put these visions into man, to write down on stone and later on be translated. They should never be changed. They should have never been added to. Scripture should have never been removed. No man has the power to ever say, well, that's not canon. That's not they will never understand that. So don't put that in, and don't put this in. We're going to add this word, or we're going to change the definition of this word because this is what I feel it means. And that's why I say, if you're going to study something, try to go as far back as you can to the original thing, so you don't go based off of a rumor or your own feelings or none of that. The truth, and that's what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
All right, one last thing, and then I'll end it as that. And
go ahead, homie. Go ahead.
I don't want to take up too much of your time, so I know you got other colors. Do you think Jesus was or let's say Yeshua was God himself, or do you think that was? Fuck, how can I explain this?
No,
because I've heard of a Hebrew brother saying.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. If you're saying about Jesus being God and all that, and it's all one, that God came down in a man form. No, not at all. Not at all. Or God changing anything. No, there's no reason. If God is creator and creator is him, he has created everything perfect. There's no reason for him to come down and turn into a man to prove what he's saying is real. What he knows is real, and he has no understanding like us as a man. There's no man that's ever going to say, oh, I understand God. No, you don't. If he's creator, he created you. You didn't create him. You know, so if he made everything to be perfect like he said he did, and not one jot or one tittle be changed from his word or laws, statutes, or commandments, then that is the way it is, and it should never be changed, no matter what man says about his feelings and about, oh, you're saved by grace. No, you're saved by works. If he says that there's 12 gates into heaven or 13 gates, and you're right here believing that there's one gate because you're in your feelings about what Christianity told you, and scriptures tells you that he was nailed to a tree, but you're right here believing Christianity say that he was nailed to a cross. Well, who's the liar here? Who's lying? Somebody's lying. You know what I mean? So yeah.
My bad. So you think Jesus is the same as Moses? He was used as a vessel?
I don't believe so. I believe in it being a story of allegory, bro. What I mean is, like, I feel like these stories are taken because of the stuff that I've proven on here, the maps that have been changed, the names, the Red Sea being here, the Euphrates River being here, you know, the tribe of Yehuda, where Yehuda is located, where Jerusalem is located in Yehuda. All those stories are stuff that has been translated through time to benefit their agenda and goals as a people, as claiming to be the real Hebrew, or what they call Hebrew people or chosen people. And I could bet everything on it, homie, that all that stuff, it happened right here. It happened to our people, and we are still under captivity at this time.
All right. Sounds good.
Got you.
My bad. Go ahead.
All right, man. Thank you.
I need to get
bro.
my charger.
No, that was it. I was going to end it with that.
All right, bro. Okay, thanks for calling, man. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Thank you. Thank you guys. Have a good night, all right?
You too, bro. All right. Shout out to Tommy that's on the live chat right now.
Oh, he's talking crap.
He says all religion is man-made. And then I think he also comments that I don't know who he's referring to, but he is saying that's not canon. And he also goes with saying, oh no, I think
Is that the homie calling right there?
he also
Come on, that's important. It's not my brother's Babylonian minds. Nobody cares about it, Tommy. Shut up. Go to bed. It's past your bedtime.
Golly, you're on the Marlon Mind Show tonight. Your name and where are you calling from?
Nothing but Texas barbecue for you, baby cakes.
There he goes.
That was it?
That was probably YG.
Benjamin says he's been trying to call, but he can't get through.
Who's Benjamin?
Homie.
Oh, time to keep track. Caller, you're on the Marlon's Mind Show tonight. Your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, NORBEEZ. Hey, Marvelous. Hey, homie.
Hey, what's up, Alligator? Shout out to Alligator.
Everybody's favorite caller, Alligator.
Hey, how's it going, homie?
Good. How you been, man? Good or what?
Ah, damn, his call got dropped.
Oh.
You saw I didn't do anything. Call again, Gator.
See if Benjamin calls in too. Shout out to Risky Business in the chat. I appreciate you guys. We got there's my brother. Look at Danny's starting to look like Buddha.
Caller, you're on the Marvelous Mind Show tonight. Your name and where are you calling from?
From Anaheim. Oh, I'm not from on. Okay, I guess I gotta lower it down.
Yeah. Lower it so we could hear you better.
For Norbeez Marvelous.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up, man?
Yes, sir.
You know what? I wanted to call on the other caller was calling in, but I know. I'm thinking, like, to be honest, you know the Tower of Babel, right?
Right.
That was before religion and everything got being put, right? The one language, one everything.
Right.
I find it odd that, like, okay, when that, and supposedly in scripture, it says that he was going to reach heaven. So that's why God had to intervene. Right. He split religion, like, he split the people. Now everybody did not speak the same language.
Right.
Okay. And then you have Chinese, Mexicans, whatever, Europeans, whatever, building the same thing as Indians. So when you technically, like with all respect, say, oh, they stole our stories, it's like, dude, the way I see it's like, it's everyone's stories when you put it together, because everybody started talking about the same thing after that. After we got split up, the Mexican version, the Indian version, Chinese version, everybody. So it's like, to me, it's kind of, when I listen to you and I follow you, it's kind of hard for me to piece together, like, when you say, oh, it's our version, they're stealing our stories. The story already existed before through older people that got distributed and became the story from other people that had nothing to do with it. So to me, it's like, I'm not pushing Christianity. I follow what the Bible says, but Christianity is a whole different thing. But I do question, like, dude, we do follow the same thing, but to say how you say, oh, Egypt is over here, dude, it's hard for me to say, like, I like the rivers and this and that. I was like, dude, kind of hard because I see on the other side, who knows? I don't travel, I don't do anything, but dude, I know there was a tribe. I don't want to say a tribe, but I know in Inosians or something like that. They were very like naval. They traveled everywhere from Mexico to the Americas to Egypt to everywhere. They left foundations everywhere. And yes, in Utah, there are some like sculptures of Egypt and things like that. But to say that like everything happened over here, I don't know. It's. I feel like you need to really take a whole episode, maybe 2,
Yeah,
and really tell the people. Don't just say like, oh, this is what I believe. No, like, because you are telling people, no, this is what I believe. Show it, because I have tried to hear you and really be like,
have you ever
hear you? I'm like, it doesn't make sense.
have you ever seen maps that I put up?
Oh, I've shown other people, and then they question me, and that's what brought me to this right now. Where I'm like, oh shit. But just me, I know that the Phoenicians, if you know the Phoenicians, right? They were naval everywhere, dude. They went everywhere, so they find artifacts everywhere, all around the world. So they can kind of say like, oh yeah, Egypt or Rome was here just because of pottery, or like they did trade. So it's kind of knowledgeable to be like, yeah, they were here. So that's why to me it's like, I want to kind of like see like, where is your perspective? Like, I want to see the real, like, where we're like the real Egypt, supposedly according to you, like the Jordan, the Lebanon. And I'm just telling you because where I ship, where I work, Lebanon, Paris, and things like that. And I think about Lebanon, I'm like, and I think of you, I'm like, here we go, like Lebanon. But dude, I just want to see, because dude, there's a lot of artificial things on that side of the world, and there are supposedly right here, right in Utah and everything that they don't disclose. Right. But again, dude, it's like, it's only like when you think about trade and things like that. Yeah, of course they're going to go like maybe grass trade, with Mexicans and things like that. Like they were going to grab things, but I don't know, to kind of say like it's our story, dude. Like when you think about even the Bible, like I said, what happened? All the languages got disturbed, and they have the same story, the same knowledge. I can't talk to you anymore, right? So what I do, I build my own, I don't know, my own language with my own people, and I build a pyramid compared to your pyramid. And that was before Jesus, like you said, Yahshua.
So let me ask you something, bro, real quick. Let me ask you, my bad. I don't mean to be disrespectful.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Let me ask you something.
No, let's go.
What do you think? Okay, since you're mentioning the Tower of Nimrod, right, and the scattering of the people, and the changing of languages, what if that's not true? What if that's not true? And I asked that. Check this out. And I asked that because what if we already had our own languages? If you go back to our culture, and
I don't believe that. I'll cut you off, and I don't believe that.
Okay, so let me finish.
I would.
Let me finish asking you though.
To show me.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish asking you. Did everybody start off, from your knowledge and what you know, bro? Did everybody start off talking their languages? How did we communicate with each other?
Well, according to Yeshua or Jesus, wherever you want to go, we talk one language. He didn't make different races. It was one.
No,
to answer
bro.
your question.
Those are stories that are made up. We started talking through telepathy and through hand movements. Through hand movements,
okay, come here. Okay, that's where I ask you. You should make a channel to prove what you speak.
This is the channel that I made, and this you would have to watch. You would have to watch multiple episodes because it's not just all.
I've been, dude. I'm a subscriber, dude. Okay. I've been. That's why I'm wondering. Like, I want you to like create a channel where you really push your narrative. Don't just say like, "This is what I think." Don't believe me, but no, really, you really do. Like, push your narrative, and hopefully your followers, like myself, let me see like exactly what you're showing us. Don't just say, "Oh, from capítulo 3 to 4, this is what I see, then this is the difference." Or what you're saying right now, "Oh, did you read this?" No, dude, dedicate with NORBEEZ. Dedicate a channel where you really push and put where you really tell us, this is how I found out. Don't just speak about it, because it's hard for some of us to like find it. It really is. Like for myself, it's hard for me to find it because it really is. I don't have the time, bro. That's why we listen to you.
So what you're saying is and it's fine. I like I said, I did make a channel. This is the channel that I made. It's nothing but education. I bring up etymology. I'm showing you maps, the changing of words, where the definitions come from. I show you even places you can go look up what I'm talking about. I'll also breaking down biblical history in the Bible. But what you're saying, and you tell me if I'm wrong, bro, you tell me. You're saying that you're asking me to keep proving myself, and that you're believing what the Bible is saying as fact, like Egypt. If I were to ask you, where's Egypt right now? What's your answer going to be? That it's over there? If I were to ask you the monuments that are built over there in their so-called Egypt, which the real name is Kemet, are you going to say that those are the original temples and buildings? Or
I would answer you correct. Because of what, like you said, I've been indoctrinated in. But I would like to see you correct me, not just speak, correct me and show me where it's at. No. So that's why I tell you, like, for me, I love history. That's why, to me, I know the Phoenicians, they traveled all around the world. So they spread trade. So you're going to find artifacts in different parts of the world.
Right.
So that's why, to me, I don't know about anybody else. Hey, I'm not speaking for anybody else. That's why, to me, I'm like, dude, I follow you, I see you, but that's why, to me, it's like, okay, I would love to see that part where, like, you really, like, forget everybody, like you say, I don't care what everybody thinks. Show that part, because I can't find it. I really can't. Even though you tell us, again, by word, I really don't, dude. I just know that Phoenicians, they've been all around the world. You'll find things. Yes, in Utah, you'll find pyramids and things like that. But again, because yes, I can't even say Aztecs.
But you know what?
They got there.
Yeah. You know what? I am hearing, and I'm glad that he said that, Marvelous, because this is one of the reasons why when you mention something and you tell me to look it up, I think we've been doing more of that. Yeah. Because, like you said, some people, they don't understand exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
So that's one thing that we are doing now.
There are artifacts. Yeah. And you know what? It's so proud, dude. This is from a side. Dude, I've even turned out people, and I can actually say turned out people to the flat earth because of what you told me and science. And now they're like, what the fuck? So that's why I'm openly speaking up, like, hey, I want to learn, like, where are you getting this information? Like, devote an episode where you really, like, and don't just say it, like, show us, like, because I want to learn, but the way I see my, dude, at least me, historically, I love history, but I'm like, the Phoenicians, they did their round around the world, so there's a lot of artifacts scattered where you fight Egypt in fucking like North America.
Okay.
So you're gonna say like,
caller, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we gotta go because we've already spent a lot of time on you right now.
Thank you for your call, homie. I appreciate that, dog.
Bro.
Thank you for.
oh no,
thank you, homie.
Appreciate you,
thank
bro.
you, thank you.
yeah, Simon.
Yeah, that was 12 minutes.
Oh shit, my bad. My bad.
But
you know what? It's good. It's wait up. Yeah. My bad, Norman.
No, go ahead.
It's good that he comes at me like that.
Yes.
And only because it reminds me of me. Yeah. Because everything when I was learning all this stuff, man, and I was like, man, shut up, like show me, and I wanted to feed myself so much, you know, and learn so much. But the thing is that he and this is just the way I feel. No disrespect to the homie. Is that he wants me to cram it into one little episode.
I think he wants like that episode you did for we did a Flat Earth episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he wants more of that type of
and I haven't
content.
had a chance to do all this editing with you. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
Caller, you're on the Marvelous Mind Show tonight. Your name and where are you calling from?
If they don't answer, just hang up. Like, pick the next
all right.
Oh shoot, it's already gonna
yeah, that's why I say, that's always 12 minutes. That call was long. Shout out to Tommy in there.
Tommy's still in there talking crap?
He's definitely Tommy.
My brother, man. My brother's something else.
Shout out to man.
Here, Norbs. Or just after that caller. Go ahead and take that caller, and then you go call that one.
Caller, you're on the Marvelous Mind Show tonight. Your name, where you calling from?
Hey, NORBEEZ. It's
Alligator.
Hey, guys.
Hey, what's up?
Back.
What's up, Alligator? My bad. It's my co-host right here.
Hey. Alligator. I think he just has a bad connection. But let me make this call right here really quickly.
My bad, Alligator. When you see him, shout out to the chat. 805 Plumbing, I see you in the house. Thank you, homie, for being a good moderator, dog. Vic, I see you, Dantomo. My brother says you still need to learn. You need to learn, fool. You need to learn. You have a lot to learn. You need to learn how to dress. That's what you need. I keep trying to school you. Your shoes are still dirty. You're wearing these orthopedic shoes. I don't know why. Let's see if the homie answers. Says he's been calling and calling, but
a lot of people have been calling.
Yo.
Benjamin.
What's up, dog?
What's up? Hey, my bad, man. NORBEEZ right here had the P line on the other line, so I was probably busy. My bad.
Dang.
Dude, what are you doing, man? Why can't you just order the real thing, bro?
This is the real thing.
No, it's not. Well, you have
you show me the
what's
real
it called? You have the bootleg version.
It's not the bootleg.
Bootleg. Anyways, shout out to Zayd in the chat. I see you. Who else? The Jedi. Platinum Detail. If you're in the North Hollywood area, go visit Platinum Detail.
Yo.
Benjamin, my bad, bro. This guy right here.
My bad, dog. Yeah, I think we lost the call, bro.
It's all right. How's it going, man? What's going on?
Everything's good. Everything's good.
Yeah, you got your fireworks ready or what?
Nah, bro. We don't do fireworks.
Okay, all right. You already have the sparks, huh? You bring the sparks.
Yo.
That's
nah,
right.
we take the family camping now, bro, during the 4th of July.
Damn, that's what's up.
Yeah, instead of burning money, we go and spend it right.
Right.
That's what's up.
Yo. What's up, NORBEEZ?
What up, bro?
You guys ignoring my phone calls, bro. It's hard to get online right now.
Well, this guy wants to talk like 12 minutes with one guy.
No,
I don't know what to tell
they're
you,
asking
bro.
me questions. What do you want me to do? Run from them? No.
That's crazy, dog.
Nah, but appreciate the caller.
First of all, bro, there is power in the name of Jesus, brother. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not a preacher, my boy, but I'm gonna tell you, power in the name of Jesus. That's biblical right there, bro. Bible says that demons tremble in the name of Jesus. When's the last time you trembled for somebody, dog? Over somebody's name?
Have I trembled over somebody's name?
Yeah.
I don't tremble.
Never, right?
I don't tremble over the name, but I'll tremble in the power of authority. Yes, but not the name, bro.
That's right, my boy. Demons tremble in the name of Jesus, bro. I was listening to you, and you were saying about the the name of Jesus or whatever, and got to throw that out there, bro, because it's a powerful name right there. So that's everybody has their most high and their high frequencies and all of that, but for me myself, I can only speak for myself, but for me, that name means everything to me, bro, because if it wasn't for God in my life or Jesus in my life, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I wouldn't have what I have today, and I wouldn't be blessed with the things that I have today. From my personal experience,
right.
But everybody has their own understanding on the Most High or whatever it may be in their lives. And if they're doing good and they're on the right track, then hey, good for them. But for somebody like me, who was involved in alcohol and drugs and street life and the gang life and everything and all that, I was able to not I take that back. I wasn't able to do it. God did it in my life for me.
Right.
So when it comes to the name Jesus, for me, it's everything, bro. And I teach my kids that. I teach them to pray, like you were saying about prayers. Prayers work. Prayers are everything to me, And then when you were talking about like the church as well, it being a building. You know what? The church is a building. It's a building for people to know where to go to praise, God or whatever they want to praise. If you're Muslim or whatever religion you're in, you are.
What do you mean by real quick? My bad, bro. I want to have this conversation with you. That's why. My bad. With all respect, Benjamin. You already know. You already know where I'm coming from, homie.
All good.
So
it's all love. It's all love.
So to know where to go, you said the church is a place to know where to go, but isn't prayer wherever you're at? You're the church. He says you are the church where three or more combined, right?
When two or three are gathered, his name is in the midst.
Yes.
Right. So yeah, like what I was trying to say was like, people say, oh, I don't need to go to church. I don't need to go this. I don't need to go that, thinking that it's a building. It's not a building, like you said.
Right.
It's when two or three people are gathered.
Yes.
And you're speaking on his name, then he is in the midst.
Yeah.
If I went to your house right now with NORBEEZ, it's us three, and we start talking about Jesus or talking about God.
We're the church.
And then he's in the midst. We're the church.
Right.
We're the body of Christ right then and there in that exact moment. And anybody else who's willing to come and hear the word, that's the church. You have to have a building or somewhere to gather, though, so that's why a lot of people get that understanding where the building, this is the church or that's the church. But a lot of people who get sent out, like pastors who get sent out, a lot of times they don't have financial. So a lot of times they do their house. They open up their home. And, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
We're out. We just got launched out.
Yeah.
Our houses is going to be the place where we're going to come and gather, and we're
starting point.
God.
On
the starting point.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got one more question, bro. I have another question. If you don't mind answering them, bro.
If I can, let's do it.
All right. So according to the Bible, right? I'm sure you read many books of the Bible. I don't know if you read the whole thing or how much. I don't know.
I should be more involved into the book than anything, but I'm learning and I'm still trying to.
So this will be just a generic question, right? What would be the main goal of this Bible to bring to your life? What is the main goal for everybody to reach according to the Bible?
According to the Bible, to be Christ-like. Christianity, Christ-like. To be just like Christ, to be holy, to be clean, to be.
So real quick, wouldn't it be for your name to be written in the book of life and enter the gates of heaven?
Well, yeah, it should be. Yeah, that's the goal, is for your name to be.
So the goal is to make it into heaven.
When you make heaven your home, and then you see Jesus, and he says, or God, and he says, "What have you done in my name?" And then you can enter, or however.
Thank you for you.
Goes.
I thank you for you saying that. What have you done in my name?
In my name. Yeah,
Right.
because
What have you
you
done?
can do many accomplishments in the world. You know, these are all worldly things. You can win a Super Bowl, you could
Yeah.
win an Oscar, a Grammy. But what did you tell everybody about my name? Did you tell everybody about my sacrifice? Did you tell people about, you know, the deliverance I did in your life?
Mhm.
Because at the end of the day, none of that matters.
So
You can be the richest person. You can have the most items, just like the in the Bible, the what is his name? He was the rich ruler.
yeah.
He
So
thought he had everything. He thought I live in your commandments. You know, I have all my possessions. And God says, there's one thing that you lack.
yeah.
And he says, whatever it is, Lord, let me know, and you know, we'll fix it.
Yeah.
He says, sell all your items and come walk with me.
Yeah.
And it says the rich ruler walked away sorrowful, for he had many riches. That's powerful, bro.
So the reason
That's powerful.
why I asked you that question was because I wish nothing but the best for you, homie. You already know.
Appreciate
I
it.
got
Oh,
nothing but
likewise,
love for you,
likewise.
dog. You're like family right here. And I'm so
Gotcha.
proud of everything that you have accomplished. I'm proud of you having a new beautiful son, a beautiful wife, homie, that's
Thank
down
you,
for you.
bro. Thank you.
That's dope. But everything in this world that we consider a blessing, is it really, and I'm not saying that your wife and your son aren't a blessing, but I'm saying like just like maybe material things, a job, you got your own business, dope. You know, you have things that you consider blessings down here. But if the real blessing is entering the kingdom of heaven and you really studying his word, because it says study my word, you know, day in and day out. You know, study
Right.
scriptures according to the precepts. You know, learn his real name. Learn scriptures that are taken out. Not one jot
Well,
or
I
one
mean, the
tittle.
whole thing about the whole thing about the name. I mean, you know, for me, it's like if people really want to get into, his name wasn't really Jesus, it wasn't this, it wasn't that. I mean, we can call you youngster, which that's not your real name.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? That's not your real name, right?
Right,
But
right.
we're still talking about the same person. We're still talking about the same guy who, you know, that everybody knows from wherever. Or I can say Daniel.
Yeah.
That's your real name, right?
Right.
Or I can say Marvelous.
Uh-huh.
That's your name too. These are all just names.
So,
and some people will be like, well, he's not Marvelous. His name's not Youngster. His name's not this or that. It's
right,
this. Or
right,
it's not Daniel. It's Danny.
right,
Or it's Dan. Or,
right.
you know, but at the end of the day, what does that have to do about what you've done? Your actions don't change. Your name may change, but your actions didn't change.
You know what? You made a good point right now, and you brought something to light to me. Is I think people have a hard time understanding things that I say, such as one of the last callers that called, is because when people ask me a question, I come at it from every angle of things that I've learned through frequency, through the manifestation of change, through biblical history, and through our cultura and the stories that resonate with that. But the reason why I'm so fixed on names and the etymology of the words that we're using is because I know that words can create or break down things. So if certain names have been changed and we're using a name that supposedly our enemy gave us, right? Which you could call it ancient Persia, the Roman Empire, any tribe that consists of the Tower of Nimrod, all those families that reside in those different centuries that have taken power over time and overthrown another for their God. And they gave us our spelling and added these names and said that God changed Jacob's name to Israel. And then you break down what the word Israel means, then and understand that it's Babylonian, then shouldn't we try to do our best, our due diligence to really study instead of just accepting Christianity? Because these man-made religions have unalived people by the millions and millions over centuries.
Right, but you feel like Christianity is a man-made religion? Because if you go to Jerusalem,
I don't feel that.
You can see the tomb is empty.
I don't feel that.
If you go to the Jordan, you can see that it was once you know, these are
No, I don't,
are all factual things that
I
if
don't
you
feel,
went to the place of the promised land,
I don't feel that,
you
bro.
still find these things.
I don't feel that. I don't feel that that it's not something that I feel, but it's something that's a fact. It's a fact.
Right.
And the
maybe
statement,
if you took a trip out there and seen it for yourself,
and
maybe it'd have more power to it.
That's the difference, though. You believe that Jerusalem is over there, and I could prove to you that that never existed over there. It's over here, such as the tribe of Yahudah.
Yeah, but if you're standing in front of the tomb and you see that it's empty, and
that's
you see
something that's something that culture is showing you, and you're believing this is the tomb, this is the shroud of Jesus.
Well, am I believing or am I having faith? Because faith, the word faith, if you're on words, faith means to see something and to see something to believe into something that you can't see. Because if we're talking about seeing and feeling, I can't see air. So I know it's here though because I'm breathing.
Okay. So let's take the word faith. Should we just have faith in every single thing that we believe in? Because your faith is based on your feelings.
It's based on biblical, because the Bible also speaks about having wisdom.
Okay, so if you're
having wisdom into things,
right, and discernment, right? So if we're gonna go,
and if you know the Bible, it says, "Let every man be a liar, but the word of God be true."
Facts.
So I shouldn't. Everything that comes to light that people want to speak on, everybody's so found out of trying to debunk the Bible or try to debunk something instead of putting all that energy into actually reading it and trying to get, I guess we would call them precepts.
Okay.
So you know what I mean? Because every time you read the Bible, you get something new out of it. Every time somebody reads the Bible, you get something new out of it.
Thank you for saying that, Benjamin. Thank you for saying that. Every time you read the Bible, you get something new out of it. Okay, the Bible comes with instructions. It says to base your scripture off the precept. The precept. You got to go to precepts to get the understanding of what that scripture is talking about. Because if you don't go to that precept, that scripture is always going to change due to the circumstances of your life. God says, "I change not." Right. He says, "I change not." So what does that mean? Is that scripture always going to change? No, it's not. It has to remain the same.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you think about the Bible, like you said, it's the acronym, right? Everybody knows the acronym Bible, B-I-B-L-E, basic instructions before leaving Earth. Those are instructions.
Okay.
You want if you always talk about dieting and eating well, go to the Bible. The Bible will tell you don't eat the bottom feeders, don't eat pork, don't eat this. That'll tell you how to diet. You follow those instructions, you'll be looking good, bro. You'll be nice, you'll be good, you'll be healthy, you'll be able to, you know, to have endurance and all that. You know, there's a lot of things in the Bible that people, it doesn't change. It just changes your thought process on when you read it, you know?
Oh, but
I mean, like I said, I can only talk about my experience. I can only talk about my testimony, because everybody has a different testimony.
Yeah.
You have a different testimony for the things that you went through in life, the things that you've done in life, or, you know, everything that you had to endure in life. I have my testimony, and everybody has their own testimonies, so that way we're able to reach other people with that same background. You know, if I've never been in jail, or if I've been in jail and somebody's who's never been in jail and I have, he can't tell me what jail is like, bro. I'm not gonna get nothing out of this dude, because he's never been through that. But somebody who's been through jail and I've been through jail, I can get a better understanding, and I can respect more of what they say, because they've been through that. They walked through that lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, everybody has their testimony, and, you know, for me personally, I can say that Jesus is real in my life because of the things that he's did in my life, the change that he did in my life. From me being, you know, a drug addict and an alcoholic, and now coming out, you know, almost going on 9 years sober, bro. And the person that I had a very addictive personality, where if I had drugs, alcohol, or whatever it may have been at the time, I was going to do it. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it. If we're going to drink, we're going to get drunk. If we're going to smoke, we're going to get high. If we're going to do anything else, we're going to do it to the fullest, bro. So for me to go to that extent, to change my life, to better my family and my kids and my surroundings and people around me, you know, I give God all the glory, bro. You know? So for me, I can only speak about how Jesus has been in my life. But for people in order to them to have that, they have to let him in first. You can't be bad mouthing the Christ and the church and this and that. And a lot of people who do bad mouth the church are backsliders, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They got hurt because of something that happened. They think God failed them, but you know what? God didn't fail them. Man failed them. But because man was going to church at the time when they failed them, they want to blame God instead of the man. Does that make sense?
It makes sense in a way. You know, some people that were, and I'm just saying,
if a pastor fails you, why are you blaming Jesus or God? If the pastor failed you, you got to blame that man for failing his church. And he's got to take that responsibility onto God for failing the people.
Right. Or you could blame yourself for not doing your due diligence of studying correctly.
Exactly. Right. But it's always the man. You got to blame man.
Yeah.
You know, but a lot of people don't blame man. They blame God. You know, and that's not the right way to think about it, you know, and you know, through the good and through the bad, just because you serve Jesus don't mean that you're going to just receive all these blessings. Sometimes we got to go through the valleys in order to strengthen ourselves so that way we can see the mountaintop. You know, we're not exempt from anything. We're not exempt from getting hurt. We're not exempt for nothing happening to our children. We're not exempt for nothing happening to anybody that's around us that we care about, you know?
So I guess the bottom or the whole point of this conversation that I'm having with you is our points of view, right? And your points of view, and am I safe to say that your point of view would be coming from a Christianity standpoint, right? Or wrong?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
And my standpoint would be on my study of Torah and the Bible and the biblical references of the names and the etymology of the names. So Christianity tells you lean by faith, not by works. Studying the Torah, it says to keep all 613 commandments, and that not one jot or one tittle be, nothing on here would be considered a blessing. If you have a beautiful wife, a beautiful son, you're still going to keep on going through your generational curse until you clean it up by keeping those laws, statutes, and commandments. And no real blessing would be until you enter the gates of heaven and your name is written in the book of life. Right. That would be the ultimate blessing, is to make it through that gate, because then you have procured the lifespan of all your seed and generation to go.
Right.
Okay. Thank you for calling in, Benjamin. I appreciate you, homie. Hey, you know it's all love right
worries,
here.
Dog.
All love.
Hey, I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow. I'm gonna tap in with you.
All right, homie. You have a good night, bro.
All right, Benjamin. Thanks, bro.
Respect your way. Respect your way.
God bless you guys. Have a good night.
You too, homie. Too. That's a good homie right there.
Sure is.
He has a good heart, man. But a lot of us do. A lot of homies, a lot of people that are just trying to find their way, and whether they go to church or not, you know, they have compassion, they have charisma, they have a good etiquette, a good moral sense, you know, and a good moral compass. And, you know, they sense when something's not right and when something's good. And some people study, some people don't study. Some people are, you know, I don't know. Me, myself, I like to study because I want to know what I'm going to be, where am I going to go? You know, what am I going to do? You know, am I going to keep on believing what different men are telling me in their life or according to their feelings and what they've been through? Or am I going to see the life that they're living and live and try to pick and cherry pick off of each one and apply that to my life and try to live the best, you know? And then what is the best? What is a blessing down here? You know, like, I mean, I'm sure people in the comments can say, oh, I've been blessed, or I was blessed at this point. But what is a blessing? I mean, if you're believing in God and you're believing in the Bible, and the Bible's ultimate standpoint is to make it into the kingdom of heaven, and it tells you that one jot or one tittle and you have to keep the law, then do all that then. If you were going to be the biggest, you know, narcotics seller, then go all the way with it. If you're going to be the biggest politicker out here, then politic your life away. You know, if you're going to join the military, hey, homie, be a Navy SEAL. Go all the way with it. Why you want to be like my brother and just polish all the doorknobs? I was just playing, Tommy. But you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be the biggest gang member, then hey, homie, be the biggest one. Straight matone out there. You know, don't half-ass anything. Don't half-ass a marriage. You don't step one foot in and be like, oh, I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? But NORBEEZ, final thought. We went over our time on.
I think we had a great episode tonight. Thank you to all our subscribers. Thank you to everybody that hit the like button, and thank you to all our members also, and thank you to everybody that participated into the community posts. And please, after the show ends, if you could go back later on when the hype button appears, please hit that hype button, and so that you could help us out as far as putting us in the algorithm here on YouTube and spreading the word. So thank you to everybody that joined us tonight. I appreciate you, and that's it.
Anyways, thank you. Big shout out to everybody that's in the chat, to all the moderators. I appreciate you guys. Tonight was a great episode, and even more so because of the callers that called in. The one caller that pressed me about everything, I love it. Thank you. I send my respects in full force. The last homie too, Alligator. My apologies, homie, that this guy right here dropped your call.
No,
but even to the homie Benjamin, man. Nothing but respect for you, homie. And I understand where you're coming from.
Definitely. Shout out, people.
The only thing I like to study. So don't think that I'm dissing the Bible or I'm dissing Christianity or nothing. You guys have been through trauma. You know, everybody needs love, especially you guys that have been through a lot or going through a lot. I believe in God. I believe in Creator. I believe in prayer. I know that prayer works for a fact. I know that. I just don't use the references that you guys use. I don't use the name Jesus because that's a false name to me. I don't believe in the churches because I believe that you are the church. I believe that. I also believe that a lot of those stories are stolen. So, call it what you want it. And, if you believe otherwise, prove me wrong. I'll show you maps that have been changed. I'll show you our migration story. I'll show you where the real Red Sea is located. Where the tribe of Yehuda, where it got its name Judah, Yehuda, where Jerusalem is located, and how those names have actually been changed. Iraq wasn't always Iraq. All those names over there, just as the name has been changed to Israel, those mean something. Those names mean something. El means something. I've already broken that down to you. Ra means something, and they throw these in their names of their families, like the Rothschilds or the Rockefellers. All these names, they know the energy that comes along with the words that they use. They know that. It's all about energy. It's always been about energy. So if you guys haven't figured that out, I'm trying to give you as much as I can give you. I'm only one person. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Nothing but love and respect. The oldie show is Wednesday. For those that want to hear some hard to find rare oldies, we got it right here. All the other podcasters that you guys are watching, make sure that they're giving you something, a gem, instead of gossip or talking about nonsense or what were you gonna say?
Nah, we didn't get to the topic we're gonna get to.
Oh, it's all right. Yeah, just make sure that you're feeding yourself mentally with good stuff, with something of substance, that you're gonna use in life. Not a bunch of what they call tea or gossip about who's talking about who online, and these fools talking about that guy's a dropout, and that person talking about that fool thinks he's too gangster, or whatever it is. Or just, you guys know what I mean. I don't even need to tell you. You guys are smart. You guys, I just want you to know that you're more important than what you think. You're more valuable than what you think. And I just want nothing but the best for our people, So this channel is your channel, and I appreciate your time. Gracias.